Alright guys, so not too long ago I did a video talking about how the Peter Jackson era Kong and could he survive on Isla Sorna. And a lot of people did agree that yeah, Kong could probably survive Isla Sorna with only the only real threat to him being the Spinosaurus. So it's time to do a remake of a video not too long ago. And that is, could the Indominus Rex survive on Skull Island? Now, when I did this video the last time, Skull Island in there was the legendary Skull Island. But here, we're going to do the Peter Jackson Skull Island. So, here we go. So the Indominus Rex. Now, here it's a little more different because the Indominus doesn't have a size competition with the other creatures on Skull Island. Here, a lot of the creatures in the legendary Skull Island were big, if not bigger than the Indominus. So therein lies that problem. Here, it's a little different. The Indominus is at full size would be roughly 60 feet. So let's say the Indominus got around that full size. Well, 50 feet, excuse me, not 60. Around 50 feet, 55 max. So let's say it got to full size and was let loose on the Peter Jackson Skull Island. It'd be roughly the same size with a lot of the predators on the island. It's interesting to note that there is a massive prey-to-predator ratio difference on the island, in that there are more predators than there are prey items. But the Indominus doesn't really care, it's just going to kill everything. That's something we really have to look at with this animal, is that the Indominus isn't interested. It isn't like with Kong, where Kong will, just kind of mosey around on the island. He'll just be like, okay, I'm just going to be oh, what? Spinosaurus attacking? Okay. Sorry about that. Anyway, so that's, Kong wouldn't be bothered by unless the predators came after him. Here, everything wants to kill you on Skull Island. Like, everything on the fucking planet really just wants to fucking end you. And that's, that's obviously a little problematic. So, yeah. The Indominus, however, is a goddamn psychopath. So it's got no problem if you're looking. It just enjoyed killing, like it was killing for fun. The problem is that it was like a bully. It picked on animals it knew it could take on. Now, again, here's the thing. A lot of the herbivores on Skull Island are literally programmed with the mindset of, I wish a motherfucker would. That's what they do every day. Have you seen the animals that eat them? Yeah, they just literally wake up. The herbivores on this island just wake up and choose violence. So you have a assortment of brontosaurs, other heavily armored animals, ceratopsians that literally are bred for combat. Not to say they weren't bred before, but these ones evolved to the point where they just kill everything in sight. So you have herbivores that will, without even thinking about it, see the Indominus coming at them, and the Indominus is thinking, oh boy, I'm gonna have such a grand old time just straight out butchering all these different animals that are just gonna cower in fear of me. Yeah, that's not how this is gonna go. Yes, the Indominus is arguably smarter than most of the predators on the island, with the exception of maybe one or two. But the thing is that the Indominus depends more on just instilling fear on a lot of the other animals on the island. It doesn't give a shit, really, about anything. It doesn't give a shit over anything. It doesn't give a single shit if this animal is a carnivore or not. Is it breathing? Yeah, we're gonna go fight it. Now, let's get on to the carnivores real quick, because there were a lot of carnivores we didn't see on the island, in Skull Island. In a lot of the books and extended lore, there are other predators on the island. Some related to baryonyx, some that are more crocodilian, and others that are more omnivorous. But there are two predators in question. There are two major predators on the island. The Vistatosaurus, which are the raptors of the island, and the V-Rex, the Vistatosaurus Rex. the Ravager King Lizard, as it's known as. The thing you have to look at with this is that those two are the apex predators of the island. The Indominus Rex, while it is smarter and has other abilities like camouflage, longer arms, a bite force that's arguably bigger than the T-Rex, there is a problem with that, because we could clearly, like, now, you could say that, yes, the Raptors, Blue and the T-Rex teaming up was the downfall of it, and then the Mosasaurus coming up behind it. Now, the one thing you have to look at with Skull Island predators is that a lot of them take up a lot of space, and a lot of them are also kind of psychopathic. The Vistadosauruses are the second biggest predator on the island. They're pack hunters. They're also bigger than a regular raptor and can take down the Brontosaurus on the island. They have no qualms, absolutely no qualms about getting into a fight with an animal 5 times their size. They're pack hunters, they're smarter, and I'm pretty sure they could sniff out the Indominus if it tries to do the camouflage move. That's the thing, is that these guys have an excellent sense of smell, so they'll probably get the drop on the I-Rex pretty good. And that's not even getting started on the V-Rexes. The V-Rexes, Jesus Christ. The V-Rexes, now, in that defense, the V-Rexes apparently aren't many. In fact, according to the Skull Island lore, the V-Rexes on Skull Island are now just a bunch of incestuous hillbillies because their numbers are so low. They've been inbreeding with one another, so they're not exactly the smartest. But the problem is that they're roughly the same size as the Indominus, and in some cases, they will fight together. Obviously, we saw that when they came after Kong. When they went after Kong, they came at him. It was 3 of them, and they all ganged up on Kong. Now, the thing is that the Indominus isn't good at fighting multiple opponents. So imagine, if you will, an animal that is roughly the same size of it, and will team up on you on purpose. The only thing that the Indominus can do is just kind of go around and try to kill the V-Rexes one-on-one, and even then, that's a risky maneuver. The T-Rex was just older, and it was smaller. That was the thing that the I-Rex had over it, was that it was an animal that was older, it was already dealing with pre-existing injuries, and it was just not equipped for fighting something that was part raptor. Now, the V-Rex is kind of in that same level, and also has a level of intellect that isn't exactly the best. But the V-Rex, if it bites you, it's not letting go. And in fact, I think that's what the thing is that the best way the Indominus can really just combat the V-Rexes is trying to take them on one-on-one. And even then, that's a scary move, because these animals grow to the same size of it and have a bite force that is arguably stronger than it. So, it's a bully, and it's like the Indominus is like thought it was a big fish in a little pond. Here, it's just another little fish on this version of Skull Island. It's just another little fish in a very small pond with big fish. That's how you really look at it. Do I think the Indominus could survive? Probably not. But do I think it could do some serious damage while it was on the island? Yeah, I definitely think that there is a case to say that this animal is an apex predator, but the problem is, on that version of Skull Island, everything is an apex animal. Everything is an apex predator. And I haven't even gotten onto Kong himself. I kind of took Kong out of the equation, because I would say, like, this would be an island without, after Kong had died. So there is no competition with Kong, and that's where if Kong or his species was on the island, the Indominus ain't. If you didn't think she had a chance before, that bitch is definitely not having a chance if Kong and his species were on the island. They're as smart as it, probably just as strong, and they know how to fight with weapons. Yeah. So if you put Kong on this equation, yeah, the Indominus has no chance. But even then, you have other animals that aren't like the animals on Jurassic Park who just kind of were genetically engineered and put out into onto a preserve just to be like, oh, num num, I'm just an animal. No. The Indominus was just slaughtering them because they were weak and couldn't put up a fight. Here, these animals are the animals on Skull Island are evolved for combat every fucking day. Like I said earlier, these animals wake up and go, I wish a motherfucker would. So, yeah. You guys tell me in the comments below, do you think the Indominus could survive on Skull Island? Just comment below, let me know, and once again, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in Multiverse.